Welcome back. So here in this lectures we are going to discuss the symmetrical components. Symmetrical components is the most useful when we are going to analyze the a or any fault analysis, either symmetrical or unsymmetrical. This means a contingency analysis during the abnormal condition in the network is required, or this unbalanced network can be represented into this balanced network using the symmetrical components. So this is the most important. In previous lectures, we already discussed the Z-bus algorithms, and also we have to explain the step by step with the two examples. So here the basic objective of the current lecture is the explanation of the importance of the symmetrical components, how we are going to use the symmetrical components, and why it is the importance in the fault analysis. Then how we are going to construct a positive, negative, and zero sequence network for a power systems. So here it is the symmetrical components are introduced by CL4Tsq. So in 1918, so they are developed these three networks, these symmetrical components. So allows unbalanced phasor quantity to be replaced by the sum of the three separate but balanced symmetrical components. So any unbalanced three-phase system or unbalanced three-phase quantities can be represented by the sum. You are using the sum of the separate but balanced symmetrical components. So what are the application of this one? So they are applicable to balance current and voltages, also power, and permits modeling of the unbalanced system in network, because when system is unbalanced, most of the laws and theorems we cannot apply on them. So we are feeling or every power engineers, they are getting the some difficulty, or they are trying to solve these unbalanced conditions of the network. So they can use these symmetrical components. So first they are balance it using this symmetrical components, then they can apply the different laws and theorems and simplify, and they can get their desired variable value, and then after that they again convert into the unbalanced system. So in this way they can get them. So here this allow to are they these symmetrical components permit the modeling of the unbalanced systems or networks. So here the symmetrical components network is divided into three components: positive sequence network, negative sequence network, and zero sequence network. So first we are going to discuss the positive sequence. Here the three phasors with equal magnitude and between two phases plus minus 120 degree phase displacement and positive sequence. So here this one is represented by in this diagram. This is the positive sequence. So this is the for phase. Small a, b, c represents the for phase A, for phase B, for phase C. So this is the for phase A1, 1 represents for the positive sequence. Remember this one. 1 for the positive sequence, 2 for the negative sequence, 0 for the zero sequence. So here we are considering, or some books they are following a positive sequence, they are giving the plus, negative sequence they are represented in terms of minus, and zero sequence they are represented in terms of 0. So, but in reference books they are following for the positive sequence as a 1 sign, 1 number, negative sequence represented by 2 number, and zero sequence represented by 0. And small a, b, c are the phase sequence. A for a, small a represented by for phase A, small b represented by for phase B, and small c represented by for phase C. So you can see that all three phases can be represented in the positive sequence. So here the IA1, we are talking about the currents. So same way we can apply for the voltages. There is no difference. So here IA1, this is the for phase A positive sequence. Then this is the for phase B1. This is the for phase B positive sequence. This is the IC1. This is the for phase C positive sequence. So each phasors have same magnitude and displayed by equal degree, that is the 120 degree. So this phase sequence can be written in the form of the in anti-clockwise. They are rotating in anti-clockwise. So here this IA plus 120 degree, IC1, this is the IC2. And similarly, this is the negative sequence. So negative sequence have the same magnitude, and both are the between two phases are they are differencing between 120 degree. With the angle 120 degree, there is difference. So here you can see this is the form. But the rotation of this negative sequence is the clockwise direction. So this positive sequence rotation in anti-clockwise direction, and this is the clockwise direction. So that's why they have given A, C, B. So that's why this is the sequence. And here they have given A, B, C. This is also they have given in clockwise direction, and this is also given in the clockwise direction. So in this way, but the rotation of the phases sequences, they are representing in this one. So here you can see the A, C, B, but if we are same maintaining this one in same sequence, so you are getting the A, B, C, that is the anti-clockwise direction. Here we are getting A, B, C, this is the clockwise direction. Either you consider one clockwise direction, other is the anti-clockwise. Just suppose it. Suppose in this case they are considering the phase sequence for the positive network. So A, B, they are moving in this way. So they are considering clockwise direction as a positive. And here for the negative sequence, here they are moving in this way. So you can see the both of them in opposite direction. So all other quantity are the same, but rotation is different. And negative zero sequence we can consider a parallel lines having each of the parallel lines with the 0 degree, that is a zero sequence. So this is also three phase sequence and zero phase difference. So this is the positive, negative and zero sequence. So suppose if there is unbalanced networks are having the current IA, IB, IC, so how we are going to balance it? So we will discuss before proceeding how we are going to write this sequence. So here you can see ABC sequence. This is the positive sequence. This is the IA1. So this IA1 we are considering as a reference. So IA1 can be represented in the form of the phasors. So this is the phasor value IA1. So here the 0 degree because we are considering as a reference. Then with this reference, what is the position IB1? So you know that 120 degree. So here we magnitude IA1 having the angle plus 120 degree. Here the magnitude we are considering IA1 because they have the same magnitude, but the only angle difference. So 120 degree. So this 120 degree we can write here A squares times of IA1. Here A is the operator, angle operator. So we will discuss. So this operator A. So IC1 we can write here the I magnitude angle 120 degrees. So AIA1. So IB1, IC1 can be written in form of using a reference page IA1. So where the operator A is the identity. So here operator A is the magnitude 1 angle 120 degree. So you know that the cos 120 plus sine 120 degree. So we are getting minus 0.5 plus j 0.866. So this is the A operator. So when we are making the square, so we are square means magnitude square will be 1 and angle will be 120 plus 120. So it becomes 240. So that is the twice. So a square nothing but when we are putting, so we are getting the minus 0.5 minus j 0.866. So this is the A and this one A square. So A cube is equal to, when we are taking the A cube, so here we are getting the magnitude as it is because the unity magnitude. So angle 120 plus 120 plus 120, 3 times. Angle multiplication converted into the addition, division converted into the subtraction. So here 120 means 360. So the 3 times we have to add 120 degrees. We are getting the 360 by the same position 0. So AQ we are getting the 1 magnitude 1. So if we are adding this 1 plus A square plus A, so these are we are getting the 0. This give the minus 1. So cancel out. This one cancel out. We are getting this one. These are the identity we can solve it. So this is the way. Similarly, for the negative sequence, we can also represent. So with the reference, we are taking the phase A is a reference. So this IB2. So this is the A 120 degree. So we can write here A times of, and this one A square. Or we can, when moving in this direction, so we can write here minus A, and this one minus A square. So when we move in anti-clockwise, we have to consider the clock, because angle is considered anti-clockwise is a positive, clockwise is a negative. So in this way, IB2 we can write A times of IA2, and IC2 we can write A times A square times of IA2. So this is IB2, this is IC2. Similarly, for the 0 sequence, here the 0 sequence there is no role of the operator. So here same magnitude value and angle 0. So we can write out all the phases at the same magnitude. This is the 0 sequence. Now we are going to relate between the unbalanced system and balanced phase voltage current and current. So this is the phase A. Phase A current can be written as a sum of the all these phase sequence network. So phase A I0, IA0 plus IA1 plus IA2 means positive, negative and 0 sequences when we are writing. Similarly, phase B we can write, phase C we can write. So put all these phase sequence we have to represent into the phase IA, IB, IA positive, IA negative, IA 0 sequence. When you are replacing, so you can see that this is IA1, IA2, so that is okay. But here you are getting the this one IB1 we can write A square IA1, and IB2 we can write A times of IA2. And similarly IC1 we can write A times of IA1, and IC2 we can write A square IA2. So we have to represent in terms of the matrix form. So IA, IB, IC, this is the phase current, and this is the matrix in terms of the operator. This is the sequence current. So we can write this term is a matrix. So here IABC phase current equal to A matrix into the sequence current. So this is the relation. If you want to the inverse, so after that taking the inverse, so we are getting the IA2. If IA2 sequence currents are given, we can calculate the IA. If IABC is given, so we have to find A inverse and multiplied by IABC phase current, then we can get the sequence current. So A inverse we can obtain. So when we are calculating the A inverse, so we are getting 1 by 3, same value, only the position of this one. This is that you can see, and here you can see. So this is the 1 by 3 into A conjugate. Nothing but. So same way we can put here. So similarly here the current they have written in the form. If phase currents are known, so we can put here, and easily we can obtain the sequence current. From the above, 0 sequence component of the current is equal to the 1/3 of the sum of the phase current, and positive sequence is also the sum of the 1/3 of the sum of the all the positive, negative, 0 sequence which we can write, and same for the negative sequence we can easily obtain. So similarly for the voltage, similar way we can use for the voltage. So voltage VABC, this is the phase voltage, is equal to A matrix A, this is the operator matrix, and this is the phase sequence voltages. If phase sequence voltages are given multiplied by operator matrix A, we can get the phase voltage. If phase voltages are given, we have to multiply the A inverse. A inverse, you know that 1 by 3 A is conjugate, so we are getting the phase sequence. Same way we can get. So this is the power equation. So same voltage and current which is already discussed. Now come to the power. So here you can see the three-phase power in terms of the phase VABC transpose into IABC conjugate. So VABC, you know that here from this one, IABC from the previous PPT, we are putting all these value. So this is the transpose. So these are the they are just position is altered. So we want to transpose A transpose into this is the we are taking the conjugate value. So we are A conjugate into I. So A transpose into I conjugate, we are nothing but we are getting the 3. So this is the most important. You can put operator matrix value and we can multiply and take the, we are getting this 3 value. So we can write here the 3. So nothing but you can see the 3 times of this phase sequence. So here, if all the phase sequence voltage and currents are known, we can multiply their currents 3 times of positive sequence power, 3 times of the negative sequence, 3 times of the zero sequence. Like that we can get. This is the most important we can obtain. So here we are considering examples. So this is the star connected loads are there. So in the star connected, you can see this is the star connected. The IA phase current is given, IB, IC. You know that the magnitude are different, angle are different. This is the unbalanced case. And their phasor sets are given. So this is the positive sequence, this is the negative sequence, this is zero sequence. We have to obtain the positive, negative and zero sequence. Simply we can use same matrix here. So in previous lectures, we have to also consider here the voltage terms they have given in unbalanced. These are unbalanced. This is the zero sequence. This is the positive sequence. The negative sequence. This is unbalanced. So here we can obtain the VABC. VABC be equal to A matrix. Here IV 0, 1, 2. So they have given. We can put and we can obtain this one. This is very simple. So in this lectures, we already discussed the importance of the symmetrical components and construction of the positive, negative and zero sequence from the given networks we can obtain. So we can relate between the phase voltages, phase current as well as power between the phase sequences, voltage and current and powers. Thank you.